days, those L's, I couldn't sleep right now. I get paid, vacay, I'm staying B-side. Breaking the blues over steak, I gotta eat right. You could be my peace sign. I don't need bad energy around me. I just need sun, you're so cloudy. I wake up good, you're so grouchy. Please get from around me. When the truth don't work, you start telling lies. Thought you were down to ride, you weren't down to ride. Caught switching, you were picking sides. Don't blink, caught slipping like a slip and slide. I was shooting dice till I got a nosebleed. Money on the floor, can't get cold feet. Took a L, should've put it in the offering. Lord, forgive me for my sins, don't know of me. Scary thoughts, I got scary thoughts. Lost control, now I'm taking charge. Breaking bills, friends breaking off. You could be the youngest, I'm the dawn. Kiss the ring, nah. In the scene like GOT.
Stay awake, don't sleep. All right, so what's up, Buddha? We missed you last week, girl. What's happening? What is going on?
What's going on, Buddha? Oh, I forgot to change my photo, but that's okay.
Let's see here.
Buddha returned. She didn't abandon us.
She better not. I will go hunt you down, Buddha.
We were trying to say how you say it, but we couldn't get it right. I couldn't get exactly what you said down. I was trying to keep up in the chat with the Buddha message. Hey, Janetta. Happy Valentine's Day to you.
What's up, baby? Happy Valentine's Day, guys. I didn't do any Happy Valentine's Day thumbnails. I'm so sorry. Love you guys. You know that. Y'all my babes. We got Buddha. Dolly Bush, where you at, girl? We waiting on you. KT.
If they're not here, they've got hot dates. I bet that's what it is.
That may be what's happening. So somebody tell me what happened to who? Huh?
Old school. What is good? Hope you had a great
day. You made it. You made it, yo. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. You dude, old school is like the shit over in the ADT community. He is always on Discord. He's always making us laugh. No, check it out. I want to be part of Wolfpack.
I got to get my wolf game up to be able to be in there. There it is. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to become a member of the J Crew. That's what it was. I couldn't get that.
Shout out to the ADT family. And of course, shout out to the J Crew.
Woo! J Crew, J Crew.
On a Tuesday. So check it out. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with the episode. Somebody tell me, am I missing something? Was it because of the Super Bowl? Was there not an episode this week? Because I went on Discovery Plus because we watched the game, of course. And it wasn't there. So I'm like, okay, where is it? And then I went on Hulu Live, all of it, and they have a first look, but it's for this week for that episode, for episode 3. So did it not come on? Because that's why I went on ahead, and since we're talking about Loren and Alexi, I went on ahead and based tonight's show on Loren and Alexi's latest episode. So that's what I was going to talk about tonight, because I didn't see any, 90 Day Fiance up this week. So let me know if I'm missing something, if y'all saw it, if it's somewhere else. But other than that, let's just go ahead and get into the Loren and Alexi for this week, and we'll just pick it up this week. Next Tuesday from where, because I'm thinking that they didn't want to compete with the Super Bowl, so it wasn't even on. They probably just had a rerun on.
Janetta said she don't think it came on. I think she's saying I don't think so. I didn't even get a chance to look.
It's nowhere. It's nowhere. It's not on Discovery Plus. It's not on Hulu. And then the first look is for this Friday. So for the episode 3, So now I'm like, I know we did episode 2 last week. So cool. Okay, I thought it was just me. So let's go ahead and jump into Loren and Alexi.
I
Um,
mean, I get it because of if it was the Super Bowl, because nobody may have watched live, but I'm like, that's why we all have live, streaming now. Because we can watch it whenever we want. Just put that thing
right,
on. Like, why does it got to be live? It's
exactly.
probably for the advertisers and all that, but still, we're gonna see the ads. Just put them on in the replay.
That's what I'm
Um,
talking about. I'm like, why? It's a streaming service. It's on demand. Nobody watches anything real time anymore, especially a show like this.
Right.
So
Buddha
I'm like,
confirms, and Janetta, there is no
okay,
new episode because the Super Bowl was on. A new one comes
okay,
on this weekend, and Kim said she didn't see it.
okay.
All right. So we're
That
not
was crazy.
crazy,
I went looking. I'm
but
like,
we know we're
babe, we need to
crazy.
watch it. And I went looking for it today so I could go ahead and get everything ready early. And I'm like, I don't see it.
That's
So,
that's what you get for trying to be early.
but you know what? I tell you what, shout out, by the way, I want to give a shout out to the subscribership. We are at
Right.
12.5.
Twelve
Woohoo!
oh five. Woo! Wow. I remember when we were at 120.
I know, right? We literally
Hey,
have
Shonda.
doubled. Shonda,
Welcome.
what's up, sweetheart? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Tuesday takeover. Um, we are literally double the size that we were a subscribership just a couple weeks ago. And that's thanks to the J Group crew passing around the word, getting people in here, and most definitely thanks to the ADT crew, Coach, getting everybody rallied up that day and really, really, hitting it home for us. So we're working our way to 1,500 subscribers. We only got 300 or 295 to go, and we'll be there. And then we can shoot for that 2K and then that 15K, like Buddha's
And then
always
that
talking.
10K that Buddha wants.
Yeah. Well, she says 15.
Oh, 15. I'm like, whoa, okay. That's all right. We'll
She
be
is going
there
for
soon.
gusto. Think big, right, Buddha? That's right. Okay, so it starts out. Everybody knows how passionate I am about what has happened between Loren and her family. I feel like it's a monstrosity. And thank God, because we thought about this last week, but thank God dad did come to his senses and he says she's a daddy's girl and I miss my daughter. And I knew somebody was going to have some kind of sense because when you start involving the kids and not letting the kids come over, then you're affecting the whole family. You're affecting their aunt, you're affecting their
Yeah,
grandfather.
it's not
Mom
being very
wanted to make her
mature.
point. No, mom wanted to make her point, and she made her point. So Lauren's father decided that he was going to come over. He was going to meet her for coffee, right? And I love that because he admits and she admits that she's a daddy's girl. And they couldn't stand not talking to each other and not being around each other, not communicating with each other. And he said, I was waiting for somebody to say this. He was like, yeah, I want to see my grandchildren. When
Right.
they start
Like,
not babysitting and shit, it's like,
that's what
okay,
I was like.
grandkids can't even come over.
Earlier I said the whole point is you were upset because you're going to miss them so much that you didn't want them not being in your life, so you've pushed them out of your life. It's like
Yeah, you're
people
pissed at
get so
Lauren, not the
mad,
babies.
they take their anger out and get exactly what they don't want to happen. Now they don't see them at all, which is what they were
Right.
mad about. And we had Trudy Neal on our Facebook, or on one of the Facebook 90-day pages, said, can't stand that mother under your video. Dawn don't like her either too much.
It's like, okay, come on, give me a break. You're mad at Lauren. You're not mad at the boys. Don't take it. No, we can't babysit. Well, what? Because it's going to benefit her if they babysit. But you're
Mm.
using the children against her.
Yeah, I'm
Come
glad
on, that's
Dad came
exactly what
around.
that is. So she has a conversation here with her dad, and they make up. And she admits to him that her girlfriends have put her down. She met up with them when they were going shopping for the baby for the baby shower and stuff, and they tell her that the mother and Rebecca have RSVP'd. No, they are not coming to the baby shower.
You know what? Look at
And
that.
she tells
Does
the
that
dad,
lady look kind of like the sister from I was thinking of Andre.
who? Oh, one of these
Libby's
girls?
sister. Yeah, the one on the right. I almost thought that was her for a second. Is it Jen?
Jen's got like blonde hair though, right?
Oh, okay. Maybe in the face. So they
But so
tell
she
her.
goes back and she tells, they tell her, listen, your mom and your sister said no. So she tells dad here, she's like, listen, I sent them invitations and they told me no. Now, what pissed me off was the mother said that she felt like they were being punished on this episode when the dad sat down, right? Dad sat down. He said, okay, I got to go home and see what's going on. And he was not looking forward to it. Okay. So he sits down with the mother and Rebecca. And he's like, okay, here's the situation. This is something that is once in a lifetime. You guys are never going to have this opportunity again. And before you know it, they'll be gone. And you won't just be seeing them now. You won't be seeing them for years. Are you sure you guys want to do this? You want to play it this hard? And, they're looking at him like they're acting stupid, like they don't know what they did. And the mother says, well, we feel like, like we're being left out, or we feel like we're being punished. Let me ask you guys a question. How in the hell is she being punished if she's the one that said no?
Right. Buddha said, I love how Lauren's husband and Alex got them together on them always trying to prove a point and pull power moves. I was like, yes, call
I
her
got
out
it
on that
coming.
ish.
I got it coming. I got it coming. We're gonna talk about that because I got the pictures for it and everything. Alex is my boy. He stood up for his girl. He did not take that shit off of mom. But yeah, so dad ends up having a conversation with them, and I'm proud of dad because think about it, y'all. Dad is the one that started this thing over in Israel. He's the one that got shitty and got pissed off and told Loren to shut up. So I feel like he went on a guilt trip, an inner guilt trip, but he knew he was the cause of most of this. He was the one starting most of the arguments. He was the one bitching and moaning more than anybody. And he was the one that told her to shut up when she was only trying to defend herself. And then Alex had to stick up for her then. And that's what caused everything to blow up out of proportion. So it really kind of started with the dad. So mom took it because mom loves freaking drama. Mom took it and ran with it and just didn't speak to him for weeks and months. So dad, I'm glad he was the one that came to and said, you know what? This needs to stop. You guys need to go make up.
You know what mom reminds me of real quick? It reminds me of one of those people that always take offense to everything, whether it has something to do with them. All of a sudden they create a big drama about it was because, like the lady at the store, was being rude. Not that the lady might be having a bad day, but it's because she didn't never liked us, something like that.
Yeah.
Creating drama.
Yep. That's crazy, dude. So she speaks to the friends and they told her what was going on. So then dad goes home. He addresses mom and the sister. And then so Loren goes home and talks to Alex, okay, because she's upset. And she's like, I don't want to not, have my family there. And he's like, well, you're just going to have to kind of get over that because they're the ones that are doing this. You know what I'm saying? You got to put it. Now, here's the thing where Alex needs to kind of be a little bit more sensitive. The woman's pregnant. Okay. And he's just forget about it. Don't talk about it.
It's like, imagine if that was your family that you were having that argument with. I think people need to be sensitive to other people the way that we all deal with our family, because it's not like how we can deal with a stranger. There's a lot more history there that she can't just say, oh, well, like one of her friends is not showing up. It's her family and she's having a baby and it's her baby shower, so.
Right. So he was trying to in his own way, and he did the same thing when he threw her a party. He did it last week. He threw her a party last week just to kind of, cheer her up and see and this is me. I would have attempted if I were Alex, and I know Alex also has a lot of pride. I would have attempted to call and go over there and say, behind Lauren's back, I would have been like, hey, what are y'all doing? Come on. She's
But
over there, she's miserable, and see if I could talk some sense into them. And because I know they're pissed, but I would have tried to see if I could go over there and surprise her and talk to them and see if I could get them to show up.
yeah, and I think you're right about that. As sweet as he might be, or as much as he cares and he's trying to do the right thing to cheer her up, he also has an attitude and a lot of anger to them for upsetting her, I think.
Yeah.
So that,
Yes, he
coupled with his
should.
own pride and his own, like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what they say. That is not the way to
Just
treat
stop
your
thinking
daughter.
about it. Well, it's not that easy for her to just stop thinking about it. That's her
The
mother and her
hardest
sister.
thing we learn as we get older is that swallowing of the pride. Pride is a good
Yes.
thing, but when it comes to like two, sides being bull, sometimes it's better to make peace than be right,
Right.
unfortunately. Buddha said that I see both sides in that. Alex was just trying to calm her down, especially since she has a baby. Yeah, I do too. True, JJ, she said. So it's a tough
Yes, like it was.
situation.
I feel him. Let it go. Don't let it ruin everything. But at the same time, you got to cut her some slack. That is her mother. That's her sister. They should be there for her, and she can't help it if she feels some kind of way about that. You got to let her
Everybody should be
express
catering
herself.
to her with her being pregnant. She's not been rude, in a sense, to anybody. All she was doing was trying to make a decision for her family that she thought was best.
Right, and
Everybody
because
got
they
all
didn't like
mad,
it.
she didn't get like cuss them out.
Right.
It's like, why is
That's
she
kind
being
of like
punished?
what happened today with Coach. Coach's dog, had congestive heart failure.
Wow.
And yeah, that they found out it was congestive heart failure, and she's going to be okay, but she's got to be on medication, and she's just got to take it easy. They got to take her off her treats and everything. And I remember when I was going through that with Tux, and thank God, you and I, it was a rough time because we had that
Yeah.
cat 13 years.
I just had a rough day about a week ago about it. Something
Yeah,
came up.
we're still it just happened a year ago. We had her 13 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to still have some bad days over that. Okay? That was our baby. We had her, and we got another one here that's menu is what? Going on 12 years old now. So she's getting in the danger
It
zone. You know
made
what
us
I mean?
ultra protective. I just showed Dawn a video. I was like, "Do you think her breathing looks fast?" I was watching her sleep,
I
like,
said
I'm
that
so
today. I said,
paranoid.
Jen's like, is she breathing? Is she breathing fast? What's happening? Because when they get up there, even though she seems fine and she's ripping and running around and she's getting her treats and everything seems good, you never know. When they get up at that age, all of a sudden they could take a turn for the worse out of nowhere. That's what
It
happened with
happened.
Tux. So it's like, and coach was trying to kind of be tough about it. And I was like, hey, I feel you, but I relate at the same time because I went through that and I didn't think that it was, everybody was almost like to the point where it was like, don't talk about it, but let him talk if he wants to talk. You know what I mean? Because you have to let that stuff out. And everybody
Mhm.
was so supportive of him. And that gave everybody a chance to support him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel for him, and that's what I'm saying. When he tells Loren, stop thinking, stop talking about that, stop saying that, don't say that. No, don't do that. Let her express herself because if she keeps it festered inside, that's not good for the pregnancy.
Yeah.
That'll transfer over to the baby and she'll be stressed out and she will cause issues like that. So she's got to let that stuff out and he's got to be patient with her as she does that. And he's a new husband and father. Well, no, he's not. They've been married damn near 10 years. So yeah, he got to come off on some of his anger too. But anyway, moving right along. So Lauren shows up to the baby shower looking look at her in her little sundress and everything, and she's trying to put on a happy face and trying to play it off like, hey, I love everybody, but I wish my family was here. That's what was going on, but she put on a good face for everybody and she tried to tough it out anyway, because those ladies went through a lot. They set that up for her, not to just have her there crying and being
Right.
sad. They wanted to give her a good time because her family damn sure didn't give a shit. So they tried to make it happen for her. So I love the fact that she put on a happy face and showed up and was just like, hey, no matter what happens, I love you girls. Thank you for what you did. That
Right.
was all right. That was
Hey,
real
Dolly
nice.
Bush, welcome.
Dolly Bush in the house. Hi, honey. How are you? I'm so glad you made it. So we're talking about Lauren and Alexi this week because they didn't have a other way episode, and we're just talking about how her and her dad kissed and made up. Dad went on home and worked on the ladies, and Lauren went home and chilled with Alex, and expressed her concern again that the family's not coming. So now we're caught up to where we're at the baby shower, and she's basically putting on a brave front for everybody. They know she's hurting, and she's just trying to make it so that she's appreciative that they did this for her, you know?
Y-
So go ahead,
You know,
baby.
oh, I was just gonna say, I said before too that Dad knows. I think I said this last week or the week before when we were talking about this, with their fighting, that Dad knows she's just like the mother in a sense, or is gonna be like her. They both
They
had
admit
that.
that at the end of the
Mhm.
show. She was like, "Don't be
Okay,
such a
I
bitch."
missed
The
that part.
mom's like, "Don't be such a bitch." She's like, "Same." And she's like, "Yeah, we are the same." She's like, "We are exactly the same. That's the problem." But
Right.
here's where she kind of loses it a little bit, and she's trying to keep the brave face. And I think it was a little bit of both. I think she was really touched that they did that for her, and I also think she was also crying because she was upset that the family, everybody wasn't there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I felt bad for her in this moment. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, it's gonna be okay. I was so pissed at her mother right here, though.
It's
So
almost like I wish they had had this whole thing happen after they had the baby and everything, that they could have gotten into this discussion about where they were gonna live. I don't remember
right.
how it even came up, do you?
I think Alex just decided one day that's what he wanted to do. So he spearheaded it.
Okay.
So here they are showing up out of the blue. Did not speak to her, Jen, at all. Did not warn her that they decided to come. And you know what happened. The dad worked on their conscience.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's not get it twisted. They would not have shown up. They
Right.
RSVP, no, we're not coming. The father is the reason they showed. They didn't have a chain. I mean, I know they really probably wanted to be there out of
Yeah.
curiosity, if nothing else. But the way that they were dogging Lauren out and not babysitting for her and RSVP, no, I don't think they would have shown up. What do you guys think in the chat? Do you think dad is the reason? I think he's the reason. I don't think they would have come had he not done that.
Yeah, because they RSVP'd no. I mean, I'm with you there. What's
You
everyone
know?
else think?
What do you guys think? If dad had not done that, would these ladies have shown up? I don't think they would have.
Dolly
I
said
think they
it's
would have
good
carried it
that
that far.
her mom and sis showed up. Mom gave her a hug, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got
it all was out of love why they were even all mad at each other in a sense, like
yeah,
especially the mom was hurt, she got her feelings hurt of something that had nothing to do with her. She wasn't saying I want to get away from my parents. She was saying I want to let my kids see the other side of our family and experience a different place to live. And
well,
Alex
and not only
obviously
that,
wanted him near his grandparents for a while,
that's
or
the
his
thing. It's
parents.
Alex. It wasn't even her decision. She was backing her husband. It was his idea.
Yeah,
They
and I
took
mean,
it out
that's
on her
part
like
of
it
the
was her
reason
idea.
she probably went along with it, though, and thinking about it, like, yeah, I am being a little, I should allow them to experience the other side of the family, or the other side of their culture, I guess.
Right. So, and here's where Lauren is basically saying, I'm glad my mom and sister are there,
I'm
but
still mad.
yeah, I wish they would have at least let me know that way, that so much shock wouldn't have been on my face, and I would have been able to expect it. And she wouldn't have went through a whole night of hell
Yeah.
crying about it, you know?
I think you're right now, in considering all of that, that was a decision that they made, like, last minute. They definitely didn't know. Like, what would have been the point of them holding that out, just to punish her talk about somebody punishing someone. Chanda
and
said her
and that's
mom
what
said
Buddha
"f
was.
you," and now she's saying she feels disrespected. Right?
Right, right. I
Oh,
feel disrespected. It's like, what are you talking about?
I
You
miss
disrespected
Buddha's.
her.
I think when he Buddha said, I think when he told them, "Do you ever want to see your kids again?" Light a fire under their bums and made them realize enough.
Who,
Yeah,
dad?
it's
Her
enough.
dad? Yeah, because I think dad said that, or who's, because I remember when he came home, she's like, well, how about you're not gonna see them for years? You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So it's like, you mad you can't see them now. You're not
right.
gonna see them for years to come. And it's all because you don't want to talk. So Alex shows up at the baby shower with the boys with the present for mom. You know what I mean? He is the husband, dude.
Yeah, I've always loved their relation. I loved him, ever since, remember when she had that speaking um outing that she had to do, that she was doing a public speaking thing about the disorder that she has,
Yeah,
and he wasn't supposed to be there, and he ended up surprising her and she was crying. It reminded me of how that he can really be supportive as a husband, even though he can be a little harsh because of, I guess, culturally, like, "Ah, forget about it," but he's very sensitive for her. Dolly
he
said, "I think
is.
they should let the kids see the other side. It's only fair." Yeah, that's cute. Look how he showed up there. Like, I think ultimately he just wants everybody to be at peace.
Yeah, he should be. He's been here now going on 10 years. He's been like 8 years they've been married. So he spent all of that time here. They were married 4 years before they even had kids. So they even remember, because they were on Pillow Talk. That's one of our
Mhm.
favorite couples. We used to love watching them on Pillow
Yes, with the
Talk.
little boy running around on the bed.
Yeah, Shy was a baby. They were watching before Shy was even born. They were on Pillow Talk. And then when Shy was born, you started seeing him run around. Then Asher was born, and you saw the two babies in the bed with him. And now they just end up having their own show. You know what I mean? So I thought that was cool that Alex showed up. Here it is, Buddha. Here's where he's like, okay, I think it's bullshit. He starts talking about, I think it's absolute bullshit that her mother and sister put her through that if they knew that they were coming. And here's where he's basically telling them to their face, it was a power play. You guys are trying to make a point for what? What the hell are
Right.
you trying to make a point for? Like, what's all the power play about? Who gives a shit? Who's right? Who's wrong? You just admitted he did not let them off the hook. He said you just admitted that you did not come, or you were doing all of this to make a point. Fuck that
Right.
point. Okay, this woman's pregnant. She could have a miscarriage, anything, not miscarriage this late in the game, but that
Well,
could
you never
affect her
know.
pregnancy. You know that?
Yeah.
Because it's gonna come up next week that she's got gestation. Didn't your mom get diabetes from the pregnancy of Brooke?
Mhm.
That's
Yep.
what's happening to her now on with the daughter.
Yeah.
So who knows the stress. She didn't have
Yeah.
that with any of her other kids. The stress could have caused that.
Mhm.
See how you feel, mom? You're killing your kid.
Right. Like, and that's part of what they're all being very or the parents were being very selfish in this situation and not looking at the whole big picture, thinking, okay, she's pregnant, let's not cause an
Well,
all
yeah, the
out war.
mom. I'm not putting it on dad. Dad's my boy. I'm proud of dad. Dad broke
Well,
it
I'm
up.
proud
Dad,
dad recovered, but then you said earlier what he did. Now that I think about it, you brought
he
that up, that
started it.
he's the one that started it. So she
Yeah, he
finished it.
started
Oh
it.
my gosh, I'm glad he recovered himself there.
He started it and he finished it by making her take her
Yeah.
ass over there to that baby shower. So I'm so glad he did it. And I love that Alex didn't let them off the hook here. And like, yeah, no, that was bullshit. I'm not gonna. He's like,
Mhm.
yeah, we glad you're here, but we're mad at you.
Dolly said it is BS, and and Buddha said, "I hope Lauren has a little girl because she said she is done." Yeah, definitely. They haven't found
Yeah,
out, huh? Or they don't. And is that what part of the thing is with the culture? They don't even name the baby, right?
yeah. Well, she already had it. She already had it. She's got a little girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she already had the baby. That baby's almost a year old. Buddha, where you been?
Well, we didn't know. You're the one. You're the
That baby's
insider,
like six
J J
months
Video.
old.
You're the host. We don't know this stuff. Would you have a conversation with Lauren and she's
So
having lunch
here's
with
where
Lauren and
Lauren loses
Alex?
it and starts crying and starts saying that I just miss my family, and her mom got overwhelmed with emotion and had to go over and hug her. That's where I don't know if it's a storyline that they're doing just for drama, because we have to address that too. They create storylines for these shows and they create drama. All of this could have very well just been a storyline just to get ratings, okay? So because that mom really looked like, okay, I'm done with the bullshit. Come here, baby girl. It's not real. You know what I mean? It could have been that it wasn't real, or it could have been that if it was real, she felt really bad in that moment that she put her through that and went and gave her some love. So here's where my heart kind of warmed up to mom a little bit. I'm like, okay, that's
Maybe
what
at
I'm talking
Israel.
about.
Get it? Israel. Isn't that where? Okay.
Stop. She'll be here all week, guys. She'll be here all week.
Oh, Dolly said she didn't know she had the baby. I didn't
Oh
know she had the
yeah.
baby. Only J&J Video Reacts knew.
Nah,
You should have
I
put that
didn't.
video out.
No, but there are pictures all over Instagram. Alex's uh page and her page. Yeah, they had a little girl
No,
months
they did
ago.
have the girl. You called it, Buddha.
Yep. And Alex said he wanted a girl. He said, "Okay, I got a couple boys now. I'd like to have a
Yeah, he needs
girl."
a little daddy's girl.
Her name is Ariella.
Oh wow, just like Ari and Biniam.
Hmm.
Hopefully,
So she's making up with the whole family right here,
that's
and
good.
then they've got the family picture, and everything's all hunky dory. And then
Hi,
here's where they're
KT.
talking about they didn't want to. Here's where he's saying he wants a girl, where they're having a discussion at the end of the show talking about he wants it to be a girl. They're not going to find out until she's born.
Well,
So
now we all know. Spoiler alert. I'm just kidding. I probably knew that
spoiler.
and just forgot.
Yeah, but I thought you guys all knew that because yeah, that baby's probably about a good 6 months old now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad she has a happy, healthy baby. KT just came in the house.
I thought she was already here.
Janetta was here.
Was that Jeanette? Oh no, I'm mixing you two up. My bad. Welcome, KT. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I could have sworn you said that a while ago. Maybe that
She
was Shonda.
mentioned her, I think, earlier and said that she hadn't seen the new episode of The Other Way or that she wasn't on. Maybe that's where we heard her name. They're
Yeah.
confusing us. They're
But
standing in for one another now. Who's really here? Is it KT or Janetta or both?
have you guys heard of this show called Love in the Flesh? I was intrigued by it because I was flipping through earlier and I saw there was a show, but it's a year old. That's why I didn't watch it. But I feel like I want to binge it. I don't know if they're gonna bring it back, but it looked like it came back in 20. It was on in 20 last year. And it's about people who have met online and dated for a while, and then they put them all together in this mansion. They actually made them meet up and they make them live together for a while to see if it would work in the flesh. So I'm curious about that.
And
And
that's
is
supposed to
anybody watching
model
The
real
Bachelor?
life, a bunch of people in one mansion.
Right.
I love it. I love the drama because then they're probably going to all hook up with each other and stuff.
We've been watching The Bachelor too.
Yeah, we were just saying this too. I did not get into The Bachelor for a couple of seasons. I don't know why. It just seemed too rehearsed. Like it was just too, and it still kind of is, but for some
Yeah.
reason, this guy seems a little more, I
I
guess,
like them
legit.
better than Clayton.
Yeah, like this guy's a little more down to earth. I felt like Clayton was just a plan, like from that minute, they kind of made him like, why was he the bachelor? Because he was a football player.
We saw it
Um,
coming as soon as the kids gave him flowers. I said, Jen, he's the next bachelor. You see that setup, right? He's the
the,
next bachelor. And I'll be damned if it was so predictable. That's why I didn't watch it.
And I just wasn't sure that he was even in some weird way ready for a relationship. I just felt like everything was staged. But this season, we got the same old thing. The girl that says, "I'm not getting any time," and then you got your crazy one that keeps interrupting. But now it's kind of like I'm kind of into it because you know how if you let a show give it a couple episodes, you start to get into the characters. And then we had
Yep.
the one girl; she didn't tell him she had a baby, and then he ended up
I didn't like
taking her
that.
on the first date. But I feel like he knew because last night I was I was rewatching some of the episodes and
Yeah.
I just put it on to like go to sleep, and all of a sudden the one girl said, "I think she's the one that went on the first date because it's important for him to know whether he's going to have a connection with her because she has a baby." So I'm like, did he know or did he not know? Because now I'm thinking, did he know behind the scenes that we didn't see that he knew? Because that kind of made
Maybe, but
sense that he
she
wanted.
was going through all of that anxiety by not telling him.
Yeah.
So I'm
So it was like,
assuming that he didn't know because she sat down with his family, and I think that's why she felt bad because he took her on the one-on-one and she got the real one-on-one with the family.
and,
The family one-on-one is huge.
and
And they
she,
all got to know her and like her, and she's running around with him and not letting him know that she has a kid.
you know who I'm starting to like for him? The one from, I don't know if anybody's been watching, but the date where they spent the night together last
In the
in the little
museum, I love
museum.
him for her. I love
Yeah.
him for
And
her. And everybody
her for
hates the
him.
mom now. Everybody hates what is the lady's Viviana or
Oh,
Mariana or
because
something
she
like that?
wouldn't stop mentioning the one on like every
We
minute,
have
every conversation, and she got real mean.
those.
It's like it made her conceited or something. Like all of a sudden, she just got real mean to
Yeah, they
everybody.
don't
And
like her anymore.
one lady went home, and everybody was upset about it. And she's like, "Oh well, more time for us or something." And that's even if you're thinking that, you don't say that in front of all those women. They're gonna think you're insensitive.
How about the
Uh,
chick from the other season the what was that contest they did? The Miss Bitch contest or something like that. And um and she tried to come back on the show and tried to get back in the rotation.
oh
It's like,
yeah,
no, that was
Taiwan or something.
yeah, it's like you had your
Taiwan.
season, girl. Keep
Janetta
it moving.
said, "I'm here, but I'm about to pull off, so wait, my screen's blinking. Sorry. I got issues with my computer right now. So I'm just listening for, oh, okay, Janetta, be safe."
All right, baby girl. Thank you.
Buddha wants to
Thanks
know
for
what
coming.
channel is that show on, the love show.
I went, where did I find that? You know what? I don't even know, Buddha, because I went on there and it was just on Hulu.
Maybe just search.
And it was one of those advertisements, and you know how it has it in the background, and I just clicked on it and I didn't see that, like it just was on Hulu. So I don't know what channel it came from. And then I went back and kind of looked it up by name. So I'm gonna try again, but it wasn't current. It was only from last year, and it looks like it's about 6 or 7 episodes. So I don't know if it's only 6 or 7 episodes long. But I don't know why I'm delaying this Love After Lockup thing
We're
because I
probably
think
gonna be our favorite show once we start
I
watching it
know
because it's like we're
that's
gonna
what it
be so
is.
into it. And you know what? I was thinking though, I'm almost to the point where it stresses me out. Real time shows having to wait another week, another week. I almost like when they're old so
I
that I can just
know.
binge it out. Did you guys? Oh, we started watching MILF Manor. Isn't that the one that you guys told us about? And I was like, what, trying to figure out what MILFs. Remember the older women with the? I mean, I got pretty into that. Like, I think there's a new episode on right now, maybe. But or did we just catch? No, we
I
just watched the
I
last
don't know
one.
when it comes
That
on.
was
Is it Wednesday?
crazy.
No, 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 no. I don't think it's Wednesday, but
That's a
yeah,
weird
I
show,
was
but I
ready
got
to tell
into
the
it.
one kid, it's like, get over it. He's like, because his mom slept with his best friend. I'm like, okay, yeah, that is jacked up, but okay, let's keep it moving. But what
She was
about
like,
what
"Get
about
over it."
Ryan with his control freak thing with this Gabriel and the other girl?
I'm gonna tell you something too. After we talk about that, I really think the other, what's his name, is gonna end up with the blonde-haired lady. Like in real life, I think they're gonna end up connecting. What is the kid's
Billy,
name? Billy.
Billy the
They
kid.
Billy the kid and her look like they could be a 90-day fiance type relationship. I mean, obviously, I know they're not from two different countries, but like literally the older woman, but he looks like he's really into her. Like I feel like the other ones are just kind of playing along,
I
trying to
think
hook up and stay on the show.
Jose is one of the most maturest ones there. I think Jose would be good with Ryan's mother.
I
I
don't think
really
he
do.
even wants an older woman though, in my opinion. I feel like he's playing the game.
He's probably on there to get a following. But I think he would be good with Ryan's mother. But who knows?
Oh, Buddha said you guys are going to be playing catch up. Oh no, because new Life After Lockup starts on the 24th. Oh my goodness, we better get moving. I'm watching it tonight.
Okay, Love After Lockup starts on the 24th of this month, the new one.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And we are already like almost coming up on the we're at 14th right now, so we got 10 days to get through this season. Can we
Okay.
do it?
I'm gonna binge it. I'm gonna binge it.
Oh no, don't binge it. I won't be
I
able to
gotta
stay
binge
awake.
it.
Let's just watch it one at a time. We can do a couple
I gotta
episodes
finish my
tonight.
Candlestick book though. But
Right.
yeah, that's a lot of TV watching. Maybe we'll just start from here.
Yeah, I mean, we can always catch up, like, eventually.
Yeah.
No, we can't catch up. We can't start from here. We gotta see the beginning. Oh, no. Look what you've
Yeah,
done to
it's a
me.
lot. It's a lot.
Dolly said, "Love After Lockup, Derek and Monique remind me of Norbit and Rasputia." Rasputia.
Not Rasputia.
I said Rasputia at first. I couldn't. I was, like, sounding it out.
Expedia. Rasputia.
Janetta loves Love After Lockup. Oh, wow. Oh, wait. Life After Lockup starts the 24th. I read that. Oh, wait, is it Life After Lockup or Love After Lockup, or is it 2 different shows? What's going on? Am I getting confused?
Wait a minute. I think there's two different shows. Isn't it two lockup shows?
I think so, right? Is it? I don't
I
know.
think
I'm
there
way
is one
behind.
called
I
Life
just caught
After
up on
Lockup and
MILF.
one
I don't
called
know
Love
what's going
After
on.
Lockup. But yeah, apparently Love After Lockup is the one Coach was talking about. And I think Nikki Starr was reviewing Love After Lockup. There's quite a few people that review Love After Lockup. I think that's why I kind of went the other way with it, but I am curious about
Get it the other way? You really did. Like,
it.
you went and reviewed the other way, but thinking, "Hey, Ro, what's going on?" Oh,
Hey,
Janetta
Ro.
said Monique is so sneaky. Oh, it's getting me interested.
Uh-oh. Maybe we should try to watch a little bit of the last season. That way, at least we'll have that one under our belt. I don't know
Oh,
about
yeah.
catching up on all of them. I do want to binge, but I'm so into this studying for these stocks right now. I act like I'm going to get my Series 7 license or something, but I gotta get in there and start making some of this money, man. But even if we watch the last season, so Ro, we were talking about Loren and Alexi, and we basically kind of got through the whole show. But yeah, I'm so glad that her dad finally talked some sense into the mother and the sister and brought them around and caused them to come to that baby shower, because that was cruel and unjust punishment, what they were doing to her. And they were playing a mind game, because right all the way up to the last minute, and that's what Buddha was saying too. I'm glad that Alex got in her ass, because that was a cruel thing to do. It was a power play. It was no need for them to prolong it that long and then wait till the very last minute. When they knew, they had to know the night before. I know they knew that, didn't know that day that they were going. Well, like they were at the grocery store and said, "Okay, the shower's going on right now. You want to go?" You know what I mean? Like they had to know the night before. So they could have at least listened. I don't want you to be all shocked and falling out. We love you, and we're gonna go ahead and come to the baby shower. Just give her a heads up. That way
It was
she's
like
not looking
maybe they were
crazy.
trying to surprise her, but it's like, she's already mad. It's not like a surprise where you said, "Hey, I'm going out of town, so I can't make it," and then you show up and surprise her. It
Right.
was you were in an all-out war with her, and then
Right.
popped in. So it's like her emotions had to go from skirt, skirt. Oh, I'm mad. Oh, I'm sad. I'm happy. Oh, uh.
And then she went through a night of crying about it when that wasn't going to be the case. So that was all unnecessary. So But yeah, I think Love After Lock. I keep talking about it every week, but I'm like, that's because I've been putting off binging it. But Love After Lockup, I can't put it off any longer. I want to see it. I'm curious. I'm curious.
Janetta said Dolly, right. He looks like a teenager with a beard. Okay, I gotta what who
Who?
was that we were talking about? Buddha said it's basically following their lives after lockup is when the come out. Oh, okay. Life after lockup is showing more of their growth.
So are the same people on Love After Lockup, on Life After Lockup? Have they done that where they've
Is
mixed
that
people in seasons, like they fell in love as well?
is that like a what is that after they tell their story like after they're on 90 Day Fiance and then what is that little one called?
Yeah, because they do
Happily
that
Ever
with 90 Day yeah, Happily Ever After, and then Single Life if it doesn't work out. So I'm
Rose
I'm
said
wondering.
she's in the middle of Married at First Sight. Oh yeah, Married at First Sight. So are we. And Buddha said yes. That's the same people.
Really? Okay. Huh. So now I'm really confused.
We got to
I'm like,
talk
should we
about
go?
Married at First Sight too. Did we ever talk about that before on here?
I don't think we have. I don't think we have. I mean, what do you guys think about Married at First Sight? Those of you that have caught any of that, Chuck Norris and the hair salon lady. I call him Chuck Norris because he looked just like Chuck Norris, man.
Oh my
I think
gosh.
that honestly, I think that it's bullshit because she and I can't remember her name. Clint and what the hell is her name? His name is Clint and what
Oh,
Nicole
Val or
like that.
no, Nicole is the other girl that's with the really nice guy. I'm pretty sure.
Chris,
Ye-
because he even looks like the other Chris.
I was gonna say, are we sure we're not confusing him with the other Chris?
Oh man, what is it? It's and then there's McKinley and oh my god, I knew him now. I can't. But anyway, the Chuck Norris lady, I think she was dead wrong. She's gonna tell him she didn't like him because he has red hair. And then, he says, okay, well, I normally date slender girls. I mean, he didn't necessarily say she was overweight. You know what I mean? But he just happened to mention, and I also didn't like on the after party with Rudy, I still call her Rudy, with Rudy
Right.
coming out telling him, Bud, coming out and telling him, well, maybe you should watch how you say it next time. Okay, well, maybe she should watch what she says about red-haired people.
That was a classic case of what came first, the chicken or the egg. Because did he make some kind of comment that we didn't hear off camera and then that caused her to be insecure? Because she came out of nowhere with that. Well, you're a ginger. And I'm like, okay, I felt uncomfortable when she said it. And he was like, heard. I was like, why did she just get so rude with him? Obviously, she might not be attractive, but it seemed like they were starting to get along. And I'm like, what created her to do that? Or did she start to feel insecure because of maybe him talking about other relationships and then all of a sudden she decided to put her defenses out? Or did
Right.
she come at him and then he got his feelings hurt so he came back at her? It just
They
seemed like
said that they talked about it beforehand and she was fine with it, with the conversation. But then when the cameras started rolling, she got in her feelings about it. But
and
that's
oh,
crazy.
I missed some of these comments. Let me get in here. Shonda said, I think Alex was right. It was a power trip to say, yeah, we have the control. Yep,
Yep,
that's exactly right.
absolutely. And
And
I
that,
love that he was so pissed about it and didn't hide it.
yes,
He's like, you were
he
dead wrong. You don't see, you said you trying to make a point. You just said it. You trying to make a point. What point?
right. Let's just get
What
along.
point? What point are you trying to make? Why are you trying to make a point all the goddamn time? Sometimes just let
Let's
shit
just
be the
live,
way it is.
right?
Why do you have to make a point? Like, why did
That's
you
the
have to
way her
prolong
family
that?
is.
Oh, that was crazy, man. He's
Buddha
like, you
said,
putting my
oh, go
wife
ahead.
through this shit? Go ahead. I'm the one
You
that's got to
weren't
live with
done.
this girl. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Why
He's the
you
one got to deal
upsetting
with
my
her, put
wife?
up with her crying and feeling all bad for what? A point.
He's like, it's gonna drive JJ Video Reacts crazy if you keep making these points everywhere. Let me see here. Buddha said it's long and let's see. It's long and tough. I think Clint gave Gina's energy back to her and she's mad. The
Lena.
only difference was he told everybody he don't like her. Oh yeah, and right. That's exactly it. And Rose said, but all the girls this season are thick and curvy. Dawn, you said that
Yeah,
too.
I
He
said
didn't
it.
like being
Yeah.
called a ginger. It's not like she called him a fire crotch. Right. Fire crotch. I have never heard that in my life. Probably because I've never dated
Oh
a
my
fire
god.
crotch, I guess. Oh, as she called it. That is funny. Where do you guys come up with this stuff? Is he like Ro and Buddha are
It
always
seemed like
like
every week,
knocking it out of the park.
every week
Something
you
just
get me
like,
with one.
I'll never see anybody with red hair and not think that now. Thank you.
Oh, I know, I know.
I think red hair looks cool though,
Excuse me, can I
and
ask you a
but
question?
I think that was
Fire
weird how
crotch.
she said that because nobody likes to hear whether you are somebody's type or not. They don't like to hear that you're not
Jen
their
said,
type.
I will never see somebody with red hair and not think that now.
We'll be in the store and I'll be like looking at Dawn like,
You got a red crotch.
I love it.
Walk up to him
Oh
with a
man.
lighter. Look familiar? Okay. Oh my god.
I'm so glad we started talking about Married at First Sight just so we could hear that.
um, yeah, you know what? You're right. I think that all of them are curvy, and you gotta tread lightly when you start talking about people's weight, because that's just not cool. But I also think she was a little insensitive in the way that she addressed him about something that he has nothing to do with. I'm so sorry, guys. Something that he has nothing to do with. That he was born like that. So
She's been up. If anybody's here from what do you call it, from your group, she's up studying all night trying to
I am. I
get
put
those
that book
stocks
on my
down.
Kindle on
I
the tablet and was reading. It was like 4 in the morning. I'm reading Don't Trade Without Learning These 14 Candlesticks. That's a good ass book.
Oh no, now they're throwing them back and forth at us. Okay, Rose said, but down there, fire crotch, and y'all and Buddha said y'all be like, does the carpet match the drapes? I can't with these two. Oh, I think sometimes it's a
Does the
double
carpet
standard the other way though. Like I agree with you. I felt like that on sometimes 90 Day Fiance. Like sometimes people are harder on the men when they say something than the women. We also
and the
have
men are
to look
supposed to
at that.
just take it,
Yeah, I agree
you
with
know.
that, like he definitely looked like he got his little ego hurt.
Okay, so what about the guy that's got the cousin that is so overprotective of him? I said to Jen, I said, do you think they're kissing cousins? Because let's not act like that doesn't happen. Why is she that protective of him? And I'm like, good God. I'm telling you, we can walk out right now. You don't have to do this. He committed to it. Go sit down somewhere. No, he's not walking out on this wedding. Okay, stop trying to get him to do it. But I don't like him. I don't like him.
I don't
It's just
either.
something about him that rubs
I
me the
feel
wrong
like
way.
he's a secret jerk somewhere
He's a
along
he's
the
a
line.
player and a
I feel
manipulator.
like
I've
I
never
don't
been in love ever, and it's
I hope
like,
I'm wrong, but because she seems like a really nice girl and in it for to win it, but
and now he's not attracted to her. He admitted on the after show that he's not attracted to her. And I knew that's what it was, because
yeah,
dudes, if they're into you, they don't act like how he's acting. I mean, he's barely even touched her.
we have not
We don't have
seen
to have sex.
one guy
What?
that has said, you know what, I am so into her, I'm really attracted to her, but I'm going to hold off here on our wedding night because I
Nate
want to
and
do the right
Stasha, by
thing.
the time this was over, couldn't stand each other. But when it first started, they almost couldn't keep their hands off each other. You know what I mean? So it's like you can tell when there's an attraction there. She is a beautiful woman. He is
Hmm.
not all that. He's okay as far
Right.
as dudes go, but he's not all that. For him, shave some of that shit off, first of all. You know
He's
what I'm
ultra
saying?
boring too. Like
Yeah,
he's
it's like he
very
has
like has
no
no emotion.
personality at all.
Which I
It's,
think that makes sense why he's never lived with anybody. He's never been in love with
he's
anybody. It's
39
like,
years old. He ain't
you
never been in
know,
love ever.
or
That's
to
because nobody's never been in love with your ass.
or maybe it's like you're right. Maybe he's married to the cousin. We don't know, right? What's going on over there, Don?
They are too close. Too close. And she's way too overprotective. You know what I
But
mean?
some people just don't want to see them, like they want to keep people held down. Like if they're not in a
If they're
relationship, or
miserable, they
they
want
want
company.
that to be the little cousin that he never finds anybody. Some people want to keep you in a
But the
box,
man's 40 years old.
he's going to be that uncle that ever married or something, like
Yeah, because they're not gonna last. I can tell you that right now. They are not gonna last.
I
He
can't hear
can't
you.
commit. Huh?
Oh, did I lose sound?
You can't hear me?
I must have done something. But you can hear me?
Yeah. You can't
Oh,
hear me?
that's weird. Maybe it's
Can
just
you
me.
guys
Can
hear
you
me?
guys hear her? Dude's hairline doing constant football drills. The nerve of him wasting Jasmine's time. Hairline.
Woo! Um, did my thing go out? Can you guys hear me?
I know that I can hear you from the other, like from this room and the other room, but I can't hear you through my headset anymore unless something happened on my end. Can anybody hear either of us? I'm starting to wonder.
Right?
We can hear you, old school. Okay, cool. We can hear you both. Oh, okay. So it's just my
Okay.
problem.
It's your shit.
Now I heard you that time loud and clear from the other room.
Oh man. Um, wait a minute, hold up. How about Miss I'm Crazy? She's trying to pull a Lindy, and they remind me a lot of Miguel and Lindy from last season. The girl that's like the little Italian girl, I guess that's Nicole or whatever. They
Yeah,
remind me so much of Miguel and Lindy from last season
they do.
because I feel like she's gonna lose it and he's gonna end up having to kind of reel her ass in, just like Miguel did. And there is a scene where they show him, yeah, hopefully you won't, be talking to me crazy because I'm not gonna ever take that. Let me pull her back in. How we doing? You there?
I'm here, but I can't really hear. So I don't know what happened to my I can I can't for some reason. I don't know. Oh wait. No. Try to say something?
Say
Oh, there you
something.
are. Oh my goodness, you're never gonna guess what happened.
What
My
happened?
elbow hit my down button the way I was leaning
Yeah.
on my headset and turned it way, way down so I couldn't hear you on my headset. See what happens when you have lack of sleep.
Technologically sound. Yes,
Oh
she
my
is.
goodness, that was crazy. I was like, "What? I never had it so I couldn't hear you, but I like everyone could hear me, Oh, sorry.
Oh my
Good
God. Hey,
morning."
old school. Did you see that video I did of Jimmy with Jimmy in the weeds? I started to make that longer. I had asked him to say, I'm concentrating today. I wanted him to say a little bit more stuff. I started to go out and just look at a couple of videos and pull some stuff off of there, but I'm like, he was on there right at that moment. So I'm like, Jimmy, just say this real quick.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Rose said, "Nicole reminds me of me," and Old School said, "Yes, loved it."
Oh man. Nicole. Oh, okay. She reminds you of you. Oh, really? I don't know. I don't. But then again, I don't, I'm not around you that much to even know that you would or wouldn't be just like her, especially from back in the day. I don't know, but I don't get that. Who did Ro? Somebody was on TV recently and I said, God, they remind me of Ro. Because they were really direct with somebody.
Old School said you'd be
but in
killing
a
it with
cool
the
way.
videos. Love them.
I try.
Yeah,
I want to make one about Mitch too. Mitch and I don't know. I just feel like I just need to do an ADT video. Period. Just hit us all. I can't. I got to include the wolf pack. But yeah, man. So I don't know about you, but I'm about ready to go start making some dinner.
Let's do it. I'm good with that. I am so happy to see everybody. We have all our favorites are here. Welcome, welcome, Ro. And I'm glad you got to hang a little longer. I know you've been working too hard. Buddha returned to us with her excellent comments. And Old School, Dolly, KT, Janetta,
Love you all.
Shonda. Man,
We're up
everybody
to
was here. I'm
12:05,
excited.
bro. So we
I love
doubled the 600.
Tuesdays. Did I say Dolly? I can't remember.
Dolly Bush, yes, ma'am. Dolly Bush, KT, everybody. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. And yeah, we'll hit it back with the 90 day next week. Well, we're kind of doing a hodgepodge of all of them. I like this. You know what I mean? Because we all watch a bunch of different stuff. But this time, well, wait a minute. When is the 24th?
Oh, I gotta read Buddha before we go. I'm saying that playa on Married at First Sight need to go bald. Hairline is more existent than LeBron.
I think he would look better bald, and I think the bald guy needs to grow some hair. Let's see what he
Shonda
looks like
said,
with hair.
right?
Okay, so
You
that's
do.
next Friday. Not this Friday coming up. That's next Friday that Love After Lockup is coming on. Or is it Life After Lockup? Which one is it, Buddha? So that's cool. That gives us a long time to do some binging, Jen.
Yeah. We must
So
get
I'll
started.
set time out
And
to
this
binge some
is
of the shows so that we're not coming in completely blind to the new season.
so people in jail are like writing to people that are outside and then they're meeting.
Right.
Okay, thanks, Dolly. She said I heard you. I couldn't remember. I was like, I couldn't remember if I had said the names
I
or not.
remember starting to watch one where there was this dude and he was dating this black dude dating this blonde chick. And this was seasons ago. And I remember him meeting her mother, and I remember her cheating on him, or he wanted to hook up with her. And she was like, no, you can't spend the night with me tonight. I know you guys know who I'm talking about. I watched, I think, one episode of that. And she was real standoffish to him and didn't want to hook up with him. And he was so into her, and he was telling her mother that he loved her and he wanted to marry her and do all this kind of shit. She was basically playing him. I'm sure that ended up not in a good situation, but if that's what I'm thinking it is, I think that was that show. You guys probably know who I'm talking about.
Rose said, in my 20s before I matured, I was more like Nicole.
Ah,
Okay. Buddha said, Life After Lockup starts on the 24th.
okay.
So Life is the one. The first one you guys were talking about was talking about Love After Lockup, right?
Yeah,
The one
there's a Love After Lockup too.
Okay. Got it.
So that's a lot of watching. We just got to catch up. But I got to get this book done. I'm obsessed.
We can do it all. We can do it all.
We can do it all. There's a lot of hours in the day. But I'm on the live stream all day, every day, listening to them. I'm addicted to ADT. That's a good thing.
All right, so we're going to start with Love After Lockup.
Let's do it.
I'm feeling like I'm ready.
All right. We're going to start with Love After Lockup, and we will review that next week. Anything else you want to add before we dip out?
Just that I've had fun. Thank you for letting me come on, as always. And thank you for the excellent show.
It was fun. It always is. Tuesday, baby. Tuesday. Gotta love it.
Over Tuesday.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for showing. I love you guys so much. And we will be back with some new shows. And we will catch you guys next week. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your week, a wonderful weekend. And I will catch you guys on the flip side next Tuesday.
Yay.
Peace out.